What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today we've got two awesome knives to do an overview and comparison on. But before we get into today's video, y'all remember, give me a like, leave a comment. In the description of this video and all my videos will be my links. Those are the best ways to support me here at the channel if you'd like to support me and what I do. There's links to my Patreon, my Instagram, and my TikTok. If you would like to see more content as well as newer content like blade testing and different stuff like that, consider joining my Patreon. I greatly do appreciate it. At the end of the video, there'll be a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and check out the other video I'll have linked. Now let's flip this camera around and get into today's knife overview. Okay guys, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of knives from Ketuo. If you're not familiar with Ketuo, it's Ketuo/Rike. They're related companies, but I believe they both have their own separate manufacturing plant, if I'm not mistaken. But Ketuo and Rike, I'll link them below. If you're not familiar with them, you need to pay attention to them because they are doing some phenomenal work, and these two knives are no exception. Big shout out to Lefty Pass Around Group for letting me check out these two knives. Let's start out with this one. This is going to be the Ketuo Griffin. This is titanium carbon fiber and M390. Alright, so right here we have the Griffin. So let's just do a quick overview and then we'll get into it. Titanium with the carbon fiber inlays. We have a filler tab for the pocket clip. We have a titanium back spacer that's a very unique design back spacer, and it's raised up right here for your lanyard hole and jimped. Okay, we've got carbon fiber underneath the pocket clip, milled titanium pocket clip. We've got a back flipper, a front flipper, a deployment hole, and it even has a little fuller right down through here that you might be able to get a hold of and reverse flick off of. So let's give that a shot right off the bat. Okay. Nope. Not for me at least. Let's just use one of the regular methods and everything like that. Alright. A very awesome looking M390 blade. Very acute tip. I mean, this thing comes out sharp. Alright, nice, good grind on this. Very slicey. Let's see if the camera can get just how thin this is getting. Really nice. Okay, very angular, very futuristic, and the milling and everything. That's one thing Ketuo does, and so does Rike. Look at all the different millings. You have to mill this direction and this direction. They pocket it in here. You've got milling in this direction, this direction, this direction. And it's got micro milling lines on the milling. Then you've got another with a different set of micro milling lines. It's just some beautiful work. And the liner is milled and inset on the inside. Just really cool. The pivot, it's dished. So it's not just like a flat, it's dished. All this stuff takes and everything extra time and extra effort. Even the button right here is dished, concaved in. It might not come across in the camera well, but it is dished, it's concaved in. And then you've got, instead of just, it would have been easy to do a, just a finger tool that's circular, but they wanted to go along with this aesthetic. So they made it more of that trapezoid almost type, where it's two diagonal angles and then you've got a diagonal angle this way. But it still works. I've got medium-sized hands, so I have plenty of room left over. This is a full-size knife. Alright, and choked up, handle for days. Yes, you can use this as a choke up because it's got this little harpoon. Choked up especially, your thumb lands right into that, or at least mine does. Back here where this angle jimping, if I'm holding it back here in this grip, my thumb lands right here. If you want to pinch and do those precision cuts, it's easy. You can rest your finger right in here and right onto there. It's very intuitive. And just pierce and do your draw cuts. Do any of your fine work. And then for your power cuts, choke up, and you're going to have that full length of that blade to do the power cuts. Now, this is not just a titanium button lock M390. This right here is a liner actuated button lock. So that button is attached to a liner that's actually doing the lockout. Well, what benefit is having a button operated liner lock? Well, you get the fidget factor of a button lock, but you actually still have a detent ball and a true detent. There is a detent on this liner and a detent ball. Now, you can't operate that liner. It's inset and the titanium goes there, so you can't operate it except through the button. But you get that action just like a button lock and a detent like a traditional liner lock. So it's really fun to fidget, but you get a satisfying deployment. Really cool. That is the Griffin. Let's go on to the next one and we'll bring this back out for size comparisons. Next up right here is the Ketuo Triad. This is in carbon fiber and titanium with M390. Okay. Now, this is a more compact knife. It's still a good sized knife. It's just more compact than the Griffin. We have carbon fiber. We have the filler tab for the pocket clip. We've got the milled titanium backspacer with milling that's going all the way along, and you've got this sort of like ball groove that's right in the center. We've got a milled titanium pocket clip that they even pocket where the screws go into, and this is contoured. You've got liners, and then you've got milling on this contoured or I guess that crowned spine, but you've got this diagonal milling that's very nice. I said diagonal, I meant just like, you know what I mean. Just nice milling and everything. It's not too sharp and everything, but thumb studs with their own little stair-step milling, and then you've got a front flipper. So the Triad has your deployment hole, your thumb studs, and your front flipper, where the Griffin had your back flipper, front flipper, and deployment hole. So both have 3 deployment method. It's just this one is all on this side. The Griffin has one on the back. Okay. With the thumb stud, good, solid. Y'all saw me flip off the, I mean, it's got a solid detent, a good strong detent and everything. Solid detent on the thumb flick, and then of course you've got the front flipper and the deployment hole as well. This M390 blade is compound ground, so you've got your hollow right here and you've got your flat out towards the tip. You've got your swedge. Great blade size. Okay, still got plenty of handle left over. You can, or at least with my size hands, I can like trigger pull and use this as a little choke up right here. And then you've got this harpoon to be able to extend your thumb out here if you needed to, or it's going to land all on this jimping for your hammer grip. Your precision work, you can use this tip. You do have to elevate more to use the tip, but you've got all this belly right here you can use. And because it's sort of a Tonto style, not too pronounced, but it still has a secondary tip that works great for those drag cuts. Alright, and then the hollow grind for your power cuts. Man, really nice. This one also is a button actuated liner lock, so you get the actual detent and detent ball on that liner. See, y'all can probably see it moving right up in there. Really awesome. So great action, but good detent where it just fires. That is the Triad. Now let's bring out the Griffin. Okay, so as you can see right here, the Triad is much smaller than the Griffin. Griffin is a very deceptively large knife. Let's do some size comparison so you can sort of get an idea. Alright, this is the top liner lock Vosteed Raccoon, another button actuated liner lock. This one just happened to be along the top. This is the Kizer Mini Grouper, another button actuated liner lock. And let's see here. Let's go with the Vosteed Psyop top liner lock and the Vosteed RS Chaos, which is also a top liner lock. So all these that I did the comparison with, they have the same similars as these. That they are button actuated liner locks, whether they're in the normal liner position or a top liner position. They're still liner locks with a true detent that you actuate with the budget, so you get the detent and you still get the smooth button fidget factor on all these knives. And Vosteed has been killing it with their top liner lock, and Ketuo is doing awesome with these two as well. I see a lot of people, and I watched a lot of reviews and everything, they are really, most people are preferring the Griffin, and it is fantastic, don't get me wrong. I love the Griffin, it's great, but for my size hands, the Triad, I love it. And this, with the combination of the thumb studs and the deployment hole, where I can either reverse flick it or I can thumb flick it off that thumb stud. I almost never use the front flipper. I just really, really like the Triad. This has been my favorite of the two, but the Griffin is no slouch. If you like this very angular, bigger, futuristic, very aggressive style and everything, go for the Griffin definitely. For me and everything, the Triad is definitely one that I am now wanting to pick up and add to my personal collection because I just really have enjoyed this one. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up today's video of the Ketuo Griffin and the Ketuo Triad. Okay guys, so what do you think about the Ketuo Griffin and the Ketuo Triad? Which one is your favorite? Do you like the larger Griffin or do you like the more compact Triad? Or is there one just aesthetically that you like better than the other? Not sure if they have multiple variations. So far the only one I've seen variation is this one. And the only variation of this one I've seen is this one. So I believe these are your only two choices. So you're either going to like this style or you're going to like this style. So y'all let me know which one that you like and which one would you pick up. Do you like that button actuated liner lock? I know I'm a huge fan and I'm just excited to continue to see more with those button actuated liner locks. So you get, or even button actuated frame locks. You get the fidget factor, the smoothness of a button lock, but you get true detents. And I just think that's phenomenal. Y'all let me know what you think. For me, I'm probably going to try to pick up me a Triad. It really speaks to me and I really like it. Y'all, check the description. Use those links. Those links do help me. And if you would like to support me here at the channel, that's the best way to do it. Join my Patreon, my Instagram, my TikTok. Don't forget, hit this little subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Check out this video. I think you might like it. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch you in the next video.